Hi guys, greetings. How are you? Happy Friday. How's everybody? Hi Precious, hi Peter. How's everyone? I'm just sharing and then we get started. I'm just sharing, guys. We get started pretty soon. Hi guys, greetings, happy Friday, welcome. Eva Maureen, good to see you. From Lilongwe, Malawi, good to see you. Hi everyone, how are you? I know people are busy, it's the middle of the day, but I'll just share when people have time, they can go in and watch. Twamfwana. So Twalaya Chitafe Record will go live and talk about this. And then people can watch when they have time. But just share, make a comment so that Facebook can boost our video. If you make a comment where you're watching us from, how you're doing, a greeting, send a like, tap the screen. Let's interact. When you do something on the screen, then Facebook can boost our video. But if you're just watching, then we won't get the boost that we need so that our video can go far. Otherwise, our video can also go far by sharing. So welcome, guys. The hot topic in the country is the constitutional amendments. And this is something that has been going on. Two things are happening. Constitutional amendments and also the cyber bill. Yes, the cyber bill is happening. So, and the breaking news today is the Law Association of Zambia has also rejected the Bill 11. So this is good news. Cyber bill, the Law Association of Zambia has rejected the Bill 11, which is good news. So kudos to our honorable lawyers at the Law Association of Zambia for standing up and rejecting the bill. They are calling it Bill 10 Reloaded. And I have posted a detailed message article from the Law Association of Zambia to reject the Bill 10 Reloaded or Bill 11. Now, I'm here today. I want to talk about the bills, the 13 bills. I did my own analysis. It's a detailed analysis. So I'm going to give my objection, why I object to these amendments. Because people are just picking a few things to object, but I did a 100% analysis of all the articles, and I have my reasons. I'm going to share my reasons for objecting. So let's get started. So article number 1, which is the article manipulation of electoral boundaries, 58 and 68. And this is what talks of the article 1, article 58 and 59 talks about proposed constituency delimitations. And I've seen online there's a circulation of these delimitations which happened in the PF government. So the concern about doing delimitation now is that the elections, they are really close. So the elections are on the horizon, and why should we change boundaries when we are counting down to election? The UPND government, they want to increase constituencies to, I think, to add 100. They want to add 100, I think, 100 members of parliament to include nominated ones. I think 10 will be nominated, and then 90 will be elected. So the objection it is that one, these members of parliament that will come, they will come at an increased cost to Zambia. I see you, Mr. If you want to join, let me finish presenting and then you can join. Bachiza Mseteka, good afternoon in Intezi. So thank you guys as you join, share the video, make a comment, and follow the page if you don't. So the article, the first article is on delimitation, and my objection is like, number 1, the elections are around the corner. Number 2, we have a dispute at ECZ between the total number of voters at ECZ and the total number of population in census. So there is a conflict there. The numbers are not adding up. And once they do this, it is going to bloat our budget to an extra 105 members of parliament. Now remember, the member of parliament, each member of parliament received 3 million annually. They received 3 million annually in gratuities. On top of that, they have allowances and other benefits. So we are going to have 259 members of parliament receiving 3 million gratuity annually, and also other benefits and allowances that they are going to be receiving. Now, why would we want to increase our members of parliament when currently these members of parliament, they are not performing? Look at what is happening in our constituencies. The recent example is the MP from Ikelenyi who was chased. So we say no to delimitation until after the elections. Let them resolve these issues at ECZ and ZAMSTATS. Let the numbers tally before they start increasing the number of constituencies. And the Zambian population is very low, so the ratio is going to reduce. They are going to reduce the number of people per MP. So it is like they are going to overemploy MPs. You know, right now, the MPs that are there, they are few. They are failing to represent their people. So what are they going to do when they have even more people? So why is this UPND government trying to have a top-heavy government? Are they just trying to compensate people by giving them jobs in government? One way or another, if they are not a teacher, Then they are creating constituencies, more MPs, more ward chairmen. All these people will be on the back of the Zambian payroll on public fund. Why can't they use this money? If Zambia has money, why can't they use this money to subsidize minimum fuel and electricity? So we say no to delimitation until after elections. Also, this delimitation is another way to consolidate their power, because the same bill is that's next bill, which brings me to the eliminating of fresh nominations, Article 52, number 0.6. So they want to remove fresh nominations, which means, you know, if there is the removal of fresh nominations, if a candidate resigns, it opens the door for political manipulation. Strong candidates could be coerced to be or bribed down, giving unfair advantages to certain parties. Yes, so this another one is a way where they can bring in weak candidates because they are trying to remove nominations after a resignation. So that's another way too in which they can consolidate their power. Number 3 is guarantee of seats for women, youth, and people living with disabilities. While inclusivity is important, this amendment should not be used as a tool to pack parliament with the political loyalists instead of genuinely representative leaders. The selection process must be democratic and transparent. So we see on number 3, Article 47, 2, and 68, they want to guarantee, I think, 30 seats for women. So we are saying that if they guarantee these seats, they are going to be handpicked. They are going to be handpicked, and if someone is handpicked, there will be a rubber stamp. So there will be a rubber stamp to sign off or whatever they are saying. And you can bear me witness now with the women who have been handpicked by our president. If you look at the Speaker of Parliament, look at the way she's behaving. Is the Speaker of Parliament behaving independently as an intellectual, professional woman? No. Let's look at ECZ. This is another woman who has been handpicked by the president. The chairperson of ECZ, Mwangala Zalomis, with due respect, there is no professionalism there. The things that are happening at ECZ are unprofessional, and they are true evidence of being used as a rubber stamp. And the latest appointment now of Madam Honorable Kasune at the Ministry of Justice, look at what Honorable Kasune is doing. Is that the work of a professional, intellectual woman who is following her job according to the Constitution? No. So number 3, if this law passes of number 3 to guarantee seats for women, youth, and people living with disabilities, it will increase more rubber stamps for UPND government. Because right now, the women who are working with the UPND government, they are rubber stamps. We see in the speaker, in the National Assembly, we see specifically Madam Nelly Muti, the speaker, behaving like a goalkeeper instead of a referee. She's there to push the agenda of UPND. And I saw an article where the same speaker, Madam Muti, was saying some members of parliament, they talk on TikTok instead of in the parliament. Yes, they talk in the parliament because they talk on TikTok instead of parliament because you stop them. You are not fair. Madam Nelly Muti, you are not fair to the members of parliament. You don't give them chance. Anytime a member of parliament wants to say something, objection, sit down, what, you know? No, he is behaving like a cadre. So we want to say, me specifically, on this articles 47 for women, youth and children, and people living with disability, what stopped Wahaka Inde from appointing women? Because our current constitution does not stop him. The thing is, he wants to put it in the specifically in the constitution so he can handpick people. He can handpick people, women and children, to be in those positions, and then they are going to be rubber stamps. Like we are seeing shameless behavior of Honorable Kasune, bringing the amendments to the parliament. We don't even know where those amendments came from. We don't know who drafted them. So let us be careful. As much as I want women to be in government, I want women who are credible and who are professional women who will do their job professionally. We need women who will do their job professionally. Currently, the current women who are in the high positions appointed by the president, they are not professional, they are not credible. There is no integrity. How many times have people asked Mrs. Mwangala Zalomis to step down from ECZ? How many? How many times in Ganimu Parliament has Vaneri Muti suspended people doing all kinds of things which are partisan? It's consolidation of power. It's bringing in people to be on government payroll to do nothing. Let's move on to point number 4. Reintegrating MPs into local councils. So there's Article 153, where they want to put members of parliament into local councils. This amendment could blur the separation of powers between legislature and local government functions, increasing the risk of corruption and political interference in development projects. This is wrong. You can't have a member of parliament now to be working with the local councils. Who is going to offer checks and balances if you take a member of parliament pamonama local councils? The MP is supposed to be the overseer to offer checks and balances, to monitor how that money is moving in the council. Now they want to take the MP to be part of the council. So where is their accountability going to be? We say no to that. We say no to integrating MPs into the council because no one will be able to offer checks and balances. When you combine MP na local council, they become one office. So who is going to oversee that everything is working the way it's supposed to be working? Who? We say no to that. MPs will control the funding, and this is another consolidation of power. MPs and the council, when they become one, that is consolidation of power. That is the concern there. Let's go move on to Article 5. Article 5, restrictive election petition and time frames. Article 73.2 and 1015 and 1032. So they want to reduce the time for resolving election petitions, may even prevent thorough investigation into electoral fraud. Justice rushed is justice denied. A fair hearing is critical for upholding democratic principles. So here they want to reduce the time in which you can have an electoral petition. So what is the rush? If there's suspicion of fraud, let the investigations run the due process. Again, the objection here is if they reduce the time to petition an election, they are consolidating power because somebody can steal an election, and if they limit it to say this case has to be reported within 2 weeks or 30 days, if you don't do that, and if somebody did the mingalato, they will be dilly-dallying, and so that, this case is thrown out due to the time restriction. Again, this is not democratic. is undemocratic. Denying justice by reducing time frame is dictatorship. It's undemocratic. And it's consolidation of power. It's like they are planning, okay, we are going to rig these elections and let's reduce the time frame. So me, I'm asking these people, if by UPND really won this election by 1 million votes landslide, why do they want to make all these changes going into the next election? If they really won this election genuinely, why are the changes, the amendments which are coming, they are all suggesting to manipulate the results of the election somehow, to consolidate power in their favor, because now they have the instruments of power. Let's move on. Point number 6, abolishing by-elections for party vacancies. This is a big one. So by ending by-election in cases of party vacancies, undermines the people's right to elect their representatives. This benefits the ruling party by preventing defections while restricting democratic choice. They want to abolish by-elections. Mamona. Again, that is another way of having people to be stuck in one place. They want people to be stuck. So this is another big one. Although it could be reduce the costs of less by-election, but still, you know, this benefits the ruling party by preventing by-elections. So it would restrict democratic choice. Again, that is a dictatorship, authoritarian rule. We move on to point 7. Expanding nominated MPs. So they want to increase nominated MPs to 20. I think that currently we have 8 nominated MPs. I think we should increase to 10, not 20, because we can have a nominated MP for each province. Maybe that's my logic. For me, I think it is logical to increase to 10 nominated MPs, so they have a nominated MP for each province. But again, let us wait until after the elections. And then if they have 20 MPs, it means it increases their numbers in parliament. So if there is an article to be voted on, again, that will buff up the people, you know. If you are appointed, these people who are appointed, they will pay allegiance to the president, the appointing authority. So I think we should do away with this thing of appointing people, because these people, they will be loyal to the appointing authority. So that's why we object. I think if we were to increase it, we increase it to 10, 1 nominated MP for each province. But myself, I would rather we just do away with all these nominated people. This is just, they are just rubber stamps. A nominated person is a rubber stamp. They will pay allegiance to the person who appointed them. So let's move on to the next topic. Fixing MP term at 5 years. Articles 81 and 266. While stability is important, this amendment could prolong the tenure of unpopular governments, depriving the citizens of opportunity to demand accountability through early elections, right? So they want to fix a term. An MP should be there. So they want a guarantee. But if you guarantee in Chito, where on earth? So number MPs, yala bakwa civil servants, you know, they want to guarantee them a 5 term. This is consolidation of power again. This is consolidation of power. And then the next point is 9, delaying ministerial resignations, Article 1116. So they are trying to say if a minister steps down, there should be some time, I think 90 days. Well, ministers should step down immediately once an election is called to prevent misuse of public resources. Yes, so again, this is another way in which people can hide whatever corruption they are accused if it is delayed, 90 days delay allows them to influence the election outcome unfairly. So again, this delaying the election compromises the investigation. So again, this is people who are corrupt trying to buy more time to cover up whatever corruption they are suspected of. Removing mayoral term limits Article 1542B. This amendment could reach political dynasties at the local level, blocking fresh leadership and increasing the risk of long-term corruption. So they want the mayor to be there for muyayaya. So it eliminates new leadership, increases corruption, and consolidates the power of the ruling. So why do you want to prolong a term of a mayor? Ngakwaliwa scandals ni issue ya kuwa pofe indefinitely? No. These public offices, people need to involve. It's a revolving door. The public offices should not be permanent. Public offices should be a revolving door where people come in and go. If they are not performing, they go. Yes, we cannot have all this. The other article, number 9, Article 166 is also, they are all talking about delaying their tenure. And removing the mayoral term is also delaying the tenure. They want to stay in these positions forever. Consolidation of power, we say no to that. Then number 11, Article 176, requirement for secretary to cabinet, reducing the required experience from 10 to 5 years could allow less competent people and individuals to occupy key position. So why reduce the experience? Secretary to the cabinet is a very, very critical job. We need people who have the qualification, experience, and the skills. 10 years. Why reduce it to 5 years? So they can appoint people they know, their friends and family, even if they don't have 10 years experience, but because they are loyalists, they appoint them. So you see why we are saying no to these things. They are all opening the window for manipulation, favoritism, and nepotism to happen. Yes, all these articles I'm saying here, most of them, they are opening the window for favoritism, nepotism, and discrimination. So why would we approve amendments that are discriminatory to certain people? Because what is happening is that the appointing authority is going to discriminate against qualified people based on these amendments. Yes, so again, this bill is like, it's a non-starter. First of all, it doesn't come from the people. We don't know who wrote it. And whatever they are trying to change here is all consolidation of power and, extending the favors to people, loyalists. This constitution, these amendments, if it passes, it will give power for the ruling party to appoint people based on nepotism, political affiliation, and discrimination. And it's going to consolidate the power. It will be very difficult to remove this UPND government if these amendments pass. It's almost like we are voting to go into a one-party state. Yes. To summarize all this, if these amendments pass, we are agreeing to one-party states. And the second from last Article 12, Attorney General continuity articles, allowing the Attorney General to remain in office indefinitely could lead to biased legal opinions that protect political interests rather than serving the nation. So again, we see here, this Article 19 for the Attorney General, Article 178 1B and 179 4B. They want the Attorney General to stay in office indefinitely. So, people of Zambia, these amendments, if they pass, it means Zambia will go to one-party state. All these articles are pointing to one direction. They are pointing to one-party state. They are pointing to 100% dictatorship. And the last article there, defining child and adult, Article 266. While legal clarity is important, this amendment raises concern about potential implications of voter eligibility, criminal responsibility, and social policies. The timing suggests an ulterior motive of changing from adult from 16 to 18 years. So if they change that, it could reduce the eligible voters. But I'm not really worried about this article of changing the adult age. But my worry is all these articles that are here, they are pointing to creating a one-party state. It's a consolidation of power. So that is what you Zambians must know. All these amendments, they are all pointing to one thing. They are putting down the locks. It's like you have a big house. These amendments is like, now kwatengande ikalamba nama window ayengi. So by UPND, bari munganda mudia nomba. They are in the house and the Zambians are outside. But I'm giving an example now. So these amendments is like Zambia, UPND are in this big house because they are ruling party. But this big house, by UPND, muliama window ayengi. And those windows can open. Now, these amendments, it means that they are going to replace the windows with the brick walls. It means by UPND, ama window become brick. They are going to create a bunker whereby no one can enter that house. So, one party state, it will be like UPND will create a bunker where no other political party can come into government. It will be a one-party state. So, Salapuke ni mwebena Zambia. Say no to this. This is a consolidation of power and one-party state in the making. Isuke ni mwebena Zambia. Members of parliament, it doesn't matter if you are UPND, if you are whatever political party you are, stand with the people. Defend the constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. Zambia is a democracy. Zambia is a democracy. How many times are we going to repeat this? So by UPND, what they are trying to do is create a one-party state and a dictatorship. And you know what? Don't say we didn't warn you. I am also going to create a message specifically to members of parliament to warn them, do not sign for this cyber bill or for this Bill 10 reloaded amendments, because this Bill 10 reloaded amendments is worse than the original Bill 10, because this one is seeking to create UPND as the supreme party for I don't know when. Because if this is locked into law, I don't know how we'll be able to change this law democratically. Yes, if these amendments pass, it will mean that we are going to be locked out as Zambians, and the UPND will be the one who will be ruling this country forever and ever. Amen. Muyeshibire. Eriashirio. So, members of parliament is good. Everyone is standing up and talking because abash dictatorship, abash one-party state. Why are they trying to take us back to where we came from? We need to go forward to a better life. We need to go forward to a life where Zambians can talk freely and associate freely. Members of parliament can go to the parliament through any political party of their choice or an independent. We don't want the parliament, the Zambians to be restricted and popular candidates to find themselves in parliament only. This is what they want. They want to restrict who goes into parliament so that only the hand-picked people are the ones going to parliament to praise whatever they are doing. And we are here to say every member of parliament right now, I don't care if you are UPND, PF independent, stand with the people. Don't allow UPND to create a one-party state through these amendments. This is what they are trying to do. They are trying to create a one-party state. You are signing our democracy away by UPND, members of parliament. We need to see caliber of Ibrahim Traore in the UPND members of parliament to stand with the people. You are there because the people voted you in. Why are you trying to create a one-party state now? Why? If you genuinely won the election by 1 million votes in 2021, it's a shupa for you to go to the 2026 elections with the same constitution which gave you the mandate to go in government. Change it. With that question, I end here. Otherwise, we'll be here and we'll be talking and we will hold you accountable. We will hold you accountable to whatever you do as members of parliament because it's a job to protect our constitution. You can't just be sitting there, UPND members of parliament, and enjoying your gratuities and say, even when things are going wrong, no. Remember, the president says you are on your own if you commit a crime. The president has immunity. Hello, you women who are appointed by HH, you are a shame to the Zambian women. Me personally, I don't even want by HH to appoint any women. Because the caliber of women who have been appointed by HH have let us down. Look at how Baneli Muti conducts herself. Mangala Zalomis, and now this Kasune tops the cake. This Kasune is the one who wants to help the government to create a one-party state. Madam Kasune, you will regret. The chickens will come to roost. It's not a threat, it's just a fact. Madam Kasune, Minister of Justice. If you know the right thing, me, if I were you, I can just resign. I cannot put my name on something that is going to bring problems in Zambia. Madam Kasune, why are you putting your name on something which is illegal? Pafesi mwali kanano kanaba Kasune imwe ati draft takuri. So a few days later you bring that draft. Uwalembele draft ni nani? Me, I can refuse. Ngamampela draft ile twala ku parliament sina kan. Because draft ifilo kufuma kubantu. So Madam Kasune knows whatever she's doing is illegal. And the chickens will come to roost soon. So I end here. Share this video. This is information. If you can't share the video, get the information and you can pass it on. Maybe, improve it. Muwike motu salt and pepper, This is just raw information I'm giving you. But this is how what we need to know is these amendments, they are there to create Zambia into a single party state. Once this goes into law, Zambia will be the worst country in the world because I think I did a research I think Malaysia is the only country on the part of the cyber bill. Malaysia is the only country that requires a broadcast license in the whole world. So Zambia twalaba number 2, kuma broadcast license. And then in terms of restrictiveness on the cyberspace, twalaba kwati ni ba Uganda, na ku Nigeria, na kwena there are restrictions, will be na bena Rwanda, same category, and Zimbabwe, which is very sad. Because Zambia, we were a beacon of hope and peace. And we're a model of democracy in the region. So where we are going, let us pray and let us assume the spirit of the ego. The ego, babikire pandala maidia. That is what Zambians are. Zambians will always rise up. Let us be like the ego that is on our money. And the soul over, the sea over. Ego iba patari, it sees. Every Zambian is an ego. Fila ego iloresha pameshi ya monesabi ya diver. This is how every Zambian must be. Every Zambian, let us be egos and see all these mingalato they are trying to do. And say no to it. Say no to creating Zambia into a single party state. And the vehicle they are trying to use to create Zambia into a single party state or dictatorship, authoritarian tyranny is this Bill 11 Valeteri. On that note, good night and thank you for watching. We'll be here, we'll be talking and watching the space for whatever is going on politically as we head to 2026 general elections. Thank you.